I know this has got to be frustrating to Prince William. I'm sure that he's more than incandescent with rage. Because for the past couple years, he's had to work. I found an article by Robert Jobson, one of my favorite people to talk about these days, because he's such a hypocrite. And I think he's capable of being a proper journalist, but he has decided to go to the dark side with this royal reporting. Speaking of the dark side, exactly where is he reporting from in this photo? Because I swear he looks like he's in the loo. I mean, that face always looks like, I should have eaten more roughage or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's not important right now. But I love this photo. I mean, it's the ultimate grift. It gives him some great access to many powerful and wealthy people. But it just seems like he's bigger than that. You know what I mean. Let me share some words of Robert Jobson that he wrote about Prince William back in 2017. They gave the impression he didn't care. He's speaking about some photos of Prince William where he's out dancing. And as you know, Prince William is as important as the Commonwealth Day is to the Queen. He's actually gone skiing on Commonwealth Day. There's a lot of occasions where Prince William just did not show up. He had the reputation of being work shy and irresponsible. This was in 2017. But somehow, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to reform his character. And the way they were able to do that was to assassinate someone else's character. I wasn't even looking for this article. This article found me. Disco or duty? The petulant prince must now choose, writes royal commentator Robert Jobson. Robert Jobson. And I tell you, when this guy gets it right, he gets it right. But he has given in to the darkness of destroying the Sussexes. Well, at least he's trying. He's given in to the darkness of it. But when he decides to write the truth, I mean, if he can do this, I wonder how many other ones could actually give a proper perspective on the royal family. You might think that there's something endearing about unguarded dad dancing, royal arms pumping hard but out of time. His arms are pumping hard but out of time. All right, Robert, for saying that he can't dance. Here's the man on the brink of middle age, determined to let what remains of his hair down. This is Robert Jobson now. I'm telling you, this is Robert Jobson writing this story. But plenty have taken a sterner view of Prince William. And if the pictures and videos are not disappointingly fuzzy, the overall impact could hardly have been more clear. There say his critics, is the prince of the realm wavering between the competing nerds of disco and duty? An heir to the throne caught out on a lad's weekend with a blonde model or two when he should have been safely at home observing Commonwealth Day in Westminster Abbey. Dull perhaps, but a key date in the royal diary. Did you get that? He was not at the Commonwealth Day at Westminster Abbey. He was out dancing the night before, I guess, but even his admirers could concede that last week's images have made quite a dent in the carefully crafted public persona. And caring family man, part of almost perfect William and Kate double act. They gave the impression he didn't care. Not for the first time in recent months, William finds himself described as work-shy and irresponsible. How then did the prince and his team of advisors get it so wrong? One answer is the sugar-coated images he's enjoyed for so long was almost too good to be true. For scratch the surface of William and you'll find a complex character. There's an overconfidence, which some say is bordering on arrogance, and which some palace advisors now fear is clouding the 34-year-old's judgment. He can be petulant, capricious, even hostile, I am told, words you might not readily associate with the second in line to the throne. Okay, full stop. Now, these are all of the things that they accuse the Duchess of Sussex of. And this is one of those things in life where it's been true for a long time and it remains true, that when someone accuses you of something, when someone has accused you of something so personal, they're really speaking about themselves. These are the things that they were trying to take this huge brush and just paint all over the Duchess of Sussex with. And this is the character of the Duke of Cambridge that's been there all this time, and people have tried to ignore it and even tried to hide it and conceal it. You know, that gang of people over at the Kensington Palace, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, those are the ones. Only to be aided and abetted by members of the press. Robert Jobson knows this. He knows this about William. But yet, he is standing idly by and getting paid handsomely to try to help in the assassination of the Duchess of Sussex. If he's not doing anything to stop it, then he's actively participating in it. And dare I say, it's more the latter. I mean, it gets better. Even his father, the Prince of Wales, has given up on passing on advice to his headstrong eldest son, and he is not alone. Most of those close to William say that they prefer to act as a sounding board rather than run the risk of a confrontation. It is safer that way. Even the Queen has concluded it is best to let William find his own path and make his own mistakes. I wonder what that path is. I think that path was completely acting in a hostile manner toward his brother and sister-in-law. That was the path. The path goes right through the Sussexes and into public favor. God, that was beautiful. I should be a writer. That was good, wasn't it? But isn't this unbelievable? I mean, this article just found me. I wasn't even looking for it. And I'm pretty sure that this is one of those things that they'll probably snatch off the internet at some point. But while it's here, all I can say is while it's here. After these photos were taken, Workshire Will and Duchess Doolittle made a trip over to the continent. And they met with President Hollande. And so it goes on to say there will be plenty who feel a little sympathy is due to Prince William, but in life, whether a prince or a pauper, timing is everything, and if he's not careful, the Workshire Wills label will stick. Well, and this is why he's incandescent with rage. Because he has to work now. Because he was so accustomed to the idea that he would have his brother there to do all the heavy lifting for him, and then he comes in and take credit for everything. Of course, the article is not complete, so one can only guess that the Duchess of Sussex, and of course the Duke of Sussex, were truly sacrificed on behalf of the Cambridges. That's the only thing I can conclude from this, is that they were thrown to the wolves so that the Cambridges could somehow evade any further negative press. Because in 2017, he was still known as Workshire Will, having missed several key occasions on the royal calendar because he was out having fun. It's almost as though we're talking about a different person, except for the one thing, the rage issue. And FYI, this article is dated 19 March 2017. I found another article from Commonwealth Day 2017. The caption beneath the photo says, almost every other senior member of the royal family was present alongside the Queen and Philip, including Prince Charles, Camilla, and Prince Harry. They were all there. Everybody except for Will. And, of course, William could have easily flown back, but he just chose to, be the party prince. This is the memories that they're trying to erase. This is what we're not supposed to ever remember. We're not supposed to have any recall of this. But thanks to the Daily Mail, I tell you one thing's for sure, is they do keep records. They actually keep records, and I'm looking at some of these people that he was dancing with in their private lives, not in the actual club. And it was a raunchy bunch. And a prince of the realm approaching his middle age was actually right there in the thick of it. Go figure. I tell you, what a difference the Duchess makes, huh? Once you got the Duchess of Sussex to kind of destroy, you don't really need to make much of an effort. I wonder if they weaponized the Queen's age back in that day. Apparently they did. Just jumped out at me. It says, last year both the Queen 90 and Philip 95, her husband, conducted more engagements than their grandson, who undertook 188. The Queen had 332 visits and meetings, and Philip 219. Is that elder abuse? I'm just asking. You see there? I turn over a rock and look at what I get. This just goes to show how different the world was looking for the Cambridges before the Sussexes came along. As you know, upon marriage, the title, the Duke of Sussex, was only used for the second time in history. And I believe that the Duchess of Sussex is actually the very first Duchess of Sussex, that the original Duke of Sussex was never married. The title, the Duke of Sussex, was first conferred on the 24th of November, 1801, upon Prince Augustus Frederick, the sixth son of King George III. He was also made Baron Arklow and Earl of Inverness at the same time. Also, the peerage of the United Kingdom, the title became extinct upon Prince Augustus Frederick's death in 1843. Which, in a way, I kind of think that's a bit of a dig to Harry. Like, I just kind of feel like they're trying to send him some kind of a message like, oh, there's a way out of this. But, I don't want to get into that conspiracy of it, but that's a little strange unto itself, isn't it? That they would give him a somewhat notorious title like that. But it's okay. A name is only what you make of it. I wonder what the Royal Protection Officers must have thought. I mean, there's actually a video of him dancing at this club. But I wonder what the Royal Protection Officers must have thought. Like, is this the end of my career? Can they not protect them from themselves? I mean, this is just, yeah. And the fact that, even worse, they had to watch it. It's one thing that you have to accompany them there, but then they're forced to watch this dad dance, and it is pretty bad. But but I love the girls sitting at the bar. I mean, they're just like, see. Next time William want to turn it up, he should ask his auntie, Afro Annie. While I was editing this video, I was just literally so gobsmacked by everything that I saw. I didn't notice this stuff in the past. None of this meant anything to me because I wasn't paying attention to the Cambridges. Number one, the Duchess of Cambridge with that annoying tick she has, where she can't stop grinning. I mean, you can only take so much of that, grinning. You can only take so much of that, and then you just have to, switch it off. Because she's, sometimes I look at her as victim, but mostly villain in this whole saga with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I think she's a mean girl, and I think even less of him. Between the two of them, they have some serious rage issues, and I can only think that they are so angry with the fact that they have to be with each other and that there really is no way out. And so when Harry said that they're stuck, they're stuck. This is not the life that William wants. And watching some videos and also reading these various articles that I come across last night, I realized exactly what's going on. The guy is trapped. He wants all of the attention. He wants to bully people around, but he doesn't want to be there. That's a big difference. He wants the power, but he doesn't want the spotlight. And so he was hoping to forever deflect everything upon his brother, even before his brother was married, before the Duke of Sussex married Rachel Meghan Markle. He was hoping that his brother could forever be that sponge that the press could always turn on at any given time. I mean, just think of the headlines that the Cambridges were getting before they had Sussexes to throw to the wolves, to throw into the lion's den. So, gosh, this is, in a way, this just kind of makes me a bit angry. And on any given occasion, Robert Jobson, who sometimes has these little whispers of the, truth that comes out of him, and I won't even bore you with the couple times that I've actually heard it, but he has these whispers of the truth. But for the most part, he's part of it. I mean, he's not just in it, he's of it. And so there's no way that you could ever look to him to be an honest agent, but instead he's going to be an agent for the establishment. And that's all those royal reporters are. There's no pretense of objectivity. They are just simply royal reporters there to do the bidding of the Windsors. Good story or bad story, it seems as though they are the ones that decide. And the royal reporters, they just take their marching orders.